bottle, aspirin, this logo, this comes under trademark. These two comes under geographical indications. For example, Kolhapuri chappal. This comes under plant varieties. This comes under semiconductor. So these are different types of IPR. Now we will take one example of a automobile wherein we can find out where all these IPRs are applicable. For example, in this car, hood ornament, trademark, design patent or copyright are applicable. For logo, model name and manufacturer's name, trademark is applicable. For engine, transmission and internal components, utility patent, design patent or trade secret is applicable. For body design, trade dress, design patent or copyright is applicable. Method of manufacture, utility patent or trade secret. Uniquely styled seats, design patent, copyright or trade dress or seat functionality, utility patent or trade secret is applicable. So in one single automobile, these all IPRs can be applicable. Similar like automobile, we daily use mobiles. So in a mobile, where will different IPRs be applicable? So patent can be used for camera, battery, scrolling, touch screen, bounce back, pinch zoom. So iPhone has around 200 patents. Now where does copyright fit into here? Copyright for manuals, software, apps, icons, trademarks for design distinctive signs to identify a product. Trade secret, valuable information kept secret such as business strategies, manufacturing processes, chemical formulas, customer lists. So what is a copyright? Copyright is a legal means of protecting an author's work. It is a type of intellectual property that provides exclusive publication, distribution, and usage rights for the author. This means whatever content the author created cannot be used or published by anyone else without the consent of the author. So copyright is applied to any work that is an original creation and not a duplication. Now at the point whenever you think you have a great idea or a creative work, that's the time when you need to copyright. So these are the types of copyrights: literary work, films, musical, drama, artistic, drawings, software programs, and machine drawings. This is one example of a copyright. Famous street artist Shepard Fairey created the Hope poster during the President Obama's first run for the presidential election in 2008. Now, I'll just give what is a patent and one-line definition of what is the difference between copyright and patent so that you can visualize while filing the copyrights. Now, what is a patent? An exclusive right granted to persons who have developed a new, non-obvious and useful invention which allows them to exclude others from making, selling or using the invention. It is the protection to the idea itself, where expressed in the form of an invention. So this is an example of a patent. Patent name is Peer-to-Peer Information Exchange for Mobile Communication Devices. So this was invented, this is Bluetooth patent invented in 1994. Now, what is the difference between copyright and a patent? Copyright protects original works of authors and artistic works in a tangible form. Patent protects inventions and new processes. A legal protection enacted by the government which guarantees the rights of an original creator of a specific work. Patent, a legal protection that governs both product design plus functionality, protects the novel and unique features of an invention. Copyright means a form of a protection conferred to the creator of original work which excludes others from performing, selling or using the work. On the other hand, patent exclude others from making, utilizing or trading the invention for a set period. So copyright excludes others from copying or trading the product. Patent exclude others from manufacturing or using the product. Now, I'll just give you a one-line definition of what is expression of an idea versus idea. For that, we will be looking into cookbooks example. So cookbooks, that is recipe books, if copyrighted, cannot be reproduced without permission because they are an expression of ideas, that is, the recipes. However, people can still follow the recipes in the cookbook because they are replicating the ideas contained in the literary work. Now, on the other hand, if the recipes were protected by a patent, users would need permission to follow them, since patents protect particular ideas from being used without authorization. Now, we will see an example of copyright and a patent in single example. Suppose Asha has become a self-taught beauty consultant and she is offering her advice through online video tutorials. In addition, she has invented a device that makes applying makeup quick and easy. Now, in this example, copyright laws protects her video tutorials, but the device must be covered by a patent. Similarly, now you can tell me, suppose Asha has become a self-taught nutritionist offering her advice through online video tutorials. And in addition, she has invented a device that finds nutrition proportion required for a human being. Now you can identify in this for which copyrights will be applied and for which patents will be applied. You can write in the chat box whether video tutorials will be copyrighted or patented, or device will be copyrighted or patented. So I'll give you all the answer. Asha's videos tutorials will be copyrighted and device will be covered by a patent. Yeah. Now we will see from here, we will exactly see how to write a copyright, what exactly comes under a copyright. So creative work. For that, we will see what does creative work mean. Copyrights protect creative works by ensuring that only creators have the rights to reproduce, distribute, display, perform, and alter these works. Creative works include writing, drawing, artistic works, computer code, and computer software, among other things. Now, the law requires that copyright exists in some tangible form, put into some physical format. Tangible means put into some physical format. It cannot be just in your head. It has to be on disk or a paper, or even it can be carved on stone. Now, copyrightable work. We will see few examples. It has to be creative. That means it can't just be factual data. But most things you write in English or C++ are going to be creative. Plus, anything you photograph or sculpt or draw or record or source code of a software program or binary executable file or a piece of a music, a movie, text in a book, photograph, painting, or a speech. Broadly classified in computing, computer software applications, software code for a programming tool or software application, software code for a website, software code that manages a database. In business, text of a marketing plan, business plan, number and calculations in a financial forecast, architectural plans, annual reports, a manual for the operation of equipment, technical specifications for a device, business proposals. These are the things where you can make a copyright of. Now, the list is unending. But there are many other types of work that are eligible for copyright protection. Examples of these include sufficiently elaborate gaming concepts, cooking recipes, and many more. Now we will see few examples wherein we have already copyrighted. Software design for autonomous underwater vehicle operational up to 150 meter. Innovative scheme for solution of water scarcity for drinking and domestic uses in rural areas through implementation of rainwater harvesting technology. Web-based file and document tracking software. New concepts towards development of protective, explosive, and firing devices for commercial applications. Applied physics lab manual. A guide to astronomical calculations. Now, these were general copyright examples. We will now go through civil copyright examples. Now, I am assuming there are different audiences here from civil branch, from mechanical branch, from architecture, from accounts, from medicines. So I have taken examples of each and every field. First, we will go through civil copyright examples. Copyright protection for engineering plans or architectural drawings. A copyrighted work can be two-dimensional, that is an engineering drawing, or three-dimensional, an actual component. An original design of a building created in any tangible medium of expression, including a constructed building or architectural plans, models, or drawings, is subject to copyright protection. Similarly, we'll see mechanical example. Engineering drawings include mechanical drawings. The scope of protection for mechanical is limited as copyright law only protects original portion of the drawing. The underlying aspects of the mechanical design cannot be protected through copyright law. Next is architectural works. The Architectural Works Copyright Protection Act was established in 1990. Within this act, copyright protection of the architectural work includes the design of the building, architectural plans and drawings, the overall form of the building, individual standard features such as doors and windows that don't fall under the scope of the copyright protection. Similarly, structures that do not fall under architectural works copyright protection are bridges, dams, recreational vehicles, etc. Now, copyright for medical devices. Example, a medical device has following few things amongst many which can be copyrighted. Software code used in medical device technologies, look and feel of the interface and artistic design employed in the medical device. Some examples of copyrighted works in medicine in India. Software programs, that is software applications developed for medical purposes such as electronic health record systems, medical imaging software, telemedicine platforms and diagnostic tools. Medical databases, databases containing medical information such as patient records, clinical trials data, drug databases and medical literature databases. Medical publications, original research papers, articles, textbooks, online journals, e-books and educational materials. So similar kind of examples we can see in pharmacy field also. Pharmaceutical formulas and compounding procedures can be copyrighted. Similarly, their research papers and literature, pharmacy-related educational materials, pharmaceutical marketing and promotional materials, pharmacy-related websites and online platforms, pharmaceutical formulation software tools, pharmaceutical guidelines and regularity documents, pharmaceutical databases and drug information resources, databases containing pharmaceutical information such as drug database, pharmacopies, or medication compendia. Pharmaceutical software applications developed for pharmaceutical purposes such as drug discovery, molecular modeling. This includes the software code, user interfaces and documentation. Similar like pharmacy, we have few examples in economics as well. So whoever is from economic background, for them, economic research papers can be copyrighted, economic textbooks and educational materials, economic databases and statistical resources, economic policy, documents and reports, economic analysis and commentary, economic charts, graphs and illustrations, economic software tools and applications, presentations and slides, podcasts and webinars. Now, from accounting field, for them, accounting textbooks and educational materials, financial reports and statements, accounting software, financial analysis and research papers, financial models and spreadsheet templates, financial charts, graphs and infographics, accounting presentations and slides, financial calculators and tools, accounting standards and guidelines. This includes documents related to GAAP and IFRS. Now, for whoever are from library field, for them, library research papers, library models and software, library policy documents and reports, library presentations, library ISO guidelines. Now, suppose any of y'all is an author, so you can take a copyright of your book as well. So, copyrights cover original works of authorship, which has to be in a tangible form, written on a paper or typed on computer. In other words, it protects the specifics of your book after it is written. No one can steal, reprint, or profit from your work without your consent. One cannot copyright the title of a book. Copyright does not protect titles or names. It also does not protect short word combinations, short phrases, methods, or factual information. Now, people generally ask whether computer software or program can be copyrighted. Yes, they can be copyrighted. Computer software or program can be registered. As per Section 2 of the Copyright Act 1957, literary work includes computer programs, tables, compilations including computer databases. Source code has also to be supplied along with the application for registration of copyright for software products. Now, like software program, uh, people usually ask whether a website can be copyrighted or no. Yes, even a website can be copyrighted, but what is there in a website? A website contains several works like literary work, artistic work, sound recordings, video clips, films, broadcastings, and software too. Therefore, a separate application has to be filed for registration of all these works. Now, there are non-technical copyright ideas also, like recipes, Akhanda Sahita, some website, amazing, uncanny, and spectacular short stories, assessment, audit, check sheets. So these were the different examples from different fields of copyright. So now you have got the idea what can be copyrighted. Now, what exactly is the objective of a copyright? The objective of copyright is to encourage authors, composers, artists to create original works by rewarding them the exclusive right for a specific period to reproduce the works for publishing and selling them to public. Now, while filing a copyright, they ask you all who is an author. You have to write the author's name there while filing the copyright. So, who is an author? In the case of a literary work or dramatic work, the person who creates the work is an author. In case of musical work, the composer is an author. In case of film, the producer is an author. In case of sound recording, the producer is an author. In case of photograph, photographer is an author. In case of computer generated work, the person who created the work, he is an author. Now, what are the advantages of copyright registration? Copyright protection creates a public record of the ownership by copyright holder. Copyright protection enables the holder of the copyright to take legal action against infringers. Now, devoid of copyright protection, suppose you all have not taken the copyright, it would be simple for others to take advantage of these works without paying any royalties or remuneration to the title holder of the work. So, copyright protection renders benefits in the form of economic rights, which entitles the creators to exercise control over use of their literary and artistic material in various ways, such as publish the work, perform the work in public, produce the work in material form, produce, reproduce, perform, or publish any translation of the work, make any adaptation of the work, communicate the work through broadcast, radio, or cable, use online or on internet. Now, generally, who needs a copyright? Digital products and online courses, they need a copyright. So, digital products, what comes under digital products? Sorry. Ebooks, software, online tools, they come under digital products. Online courses, copyright notices are essential for educators offering online courses. Similarly, photographers and visual artists, copyright. For photographers and artists, copyright notices on websites, online portfolios, and directly on the images, especially when shared on social media or online galleries, are vital. Musicians and music producers copyright. Musicians, composers, and music producers need to ensure that tracks and albums, whether online or in physical formats, bear copyright notices. Authors and bloggers, and software developers and app creators. Now, what cannot be copyrighted? Some things aren't protected by copyright. These include ideas, titles, ingredients, methods, and facts. For something to be copyrighted, it has to be in some tangible format. For example, you might have a great idea for a story about a unicorn dance contest. Now, if you write the story, then that work would be protected by copyright. However, other people can still write about dancing unicorns too. You can't own an idea. Now, that was about what is a copyright, what are the advantages, what different copyright examples you can copyright. Now, I will tell you all what is the registration workflow of a copyright. First, you will be filing the application of the copyright along with the fee. That process we will be going through later on. First, I will just tell you what is the workflow of the copyright. After filing the copyright, an diary number is issued to you. Now, you have to wait for 30 days mandatory waiting for objections. Now, why these 30 days? Only to check whether we have copied any work from others' work or no. So, objection is filed. If there is objection filed, then the letter is sent to both the parties, reply from both the parties, hearing by the registration is done, and if application is accepted or rejected, that is decided by the registrar. If application is accepted, this process goes on. Now we will see if objection filed, there is no objection. If there is no objection, the examiner scrutinizes the whole application. Now there are many things wherein they go through this application. For example, they check whether the applicant's author's name is right or wrong, whether they have written the address right or wrong. Previously we had to send the copies of copyright in hard copy to the office, registrar office, registration office. Nowadays everything is online, so that part is skipped from the scrutinization. Another, if objection is received, that is no objection certificate, if they need, they ask us in scrutinization. So that comes under discrepancy. For example, I'm writing a copyright and I'm writing college's name here. So they need a no objection certificate from our college that our college doesn't have any objection in me filing a copyright in college's name. That may come under discrepancy. So we have to give no objection certificate from the college. So now if everything is right, application is accepted, then it goes for the registration. If registration is approved, then a copyright is registered. Otherwise, it is rejected. And this ends. Now, after everything is proper and a copyright is registered, we get this kind of a certificate from government. And this indicates that a copyright has been registered. Now, what is the term of protection of copyrighted? Now, everything is proper. I have received a copyright registration certificate like this. Now, how many years is this copyright protected? So, the general rule is that copyright lasts for 60 years. The 60-year period is counted from the year following the death of an author, death of the author. In case of the original literary, dramatic, musical, and artistic work, the 60-year period is counted from the date of publication in case of cinematographic films, sound recordings, photographs, posthumous publication, works of government, and works of international organization. So on an average, we can see it is for 60 years. Now we will see how to file a copyright, copyright filing process.
Hello everyone, myself Dr. Archana Chaugule, Head Computer Engineering, Pimpri-Chinchwad College of Engineering and Research, Rave. I'll be giving introduction to copyright filing process. Now to start with the copyright filing process, we have to go to copyright.gov.in, which is the website of filing the copyright. Now this is the first page which we will get when we go into the copyright.gov.in site. To file a copyright, first click on e-filing of application. After e-filing of application, enter the login credentials. If you don't have login credentials, you can click on new user registration. I will enter the credentials. Now to file a copyright, click on e-filing of application. After e-filing of application, you will get a page like this, wherein you will be clicking on click here for online copyright process. Now once you click on online copyright process, it goes into this page. It forwards you to this particular page. So the first step is fill the form 14. Second step is fill statements of particulars, which is also called as SOP. Step 3 is fill statements of further particulars, which is also called as SOFP. And step 4 is the payment details. So we will start filing the copyright. I'll enter some name. For example, I'll enter ABC, some address, suppose Pune. You have to write the whole address here. Next is, I will be entering some PIN code, Indian, date of dispatches, whatever date you'll have of filing, for example, today's date, and save party details. If you want to add few more authors, you can click on add more. So first I'll enter some fake data, XYZ, Pune, 41111, and add more. If you want, you can edit the data. If you want to delete that particular user, you can delete the user. That is the party details. Next is the field which is communications on the subjects may be addressed to. Suppose I want the communication to be addressed by ABC. So I will write ABC. His address, same. The whole address you have to write here. So I will write Pune, PIN code, and phone number. Next is, we have to go to next page. So I will click on I accept.
Do you want to send WhatsApp messages to thousands of people directly in their WhatsApp inbox without?
If everything is proper, it will save. If everything is proper, you will be redirected to the second page. So the second page is statement of particulars, wherein you can write the details of the copyright. So for first we will take individual. This category of applicant is individual. Next is same as communication address. So whatever party details were there in the communication address, they will come automatically here. If you want to add more, you can add few more. For example, I want to add the other author also, XYZ. I'll add that address and his details. Add more. Next is I want to upload the signature. So first write the signature on a paper, take the snapshot of it. It should be in the JPEG format. The file size of the signature should not be more than 512 KB. So I have the sign, suppose I'll take one sign. Upload the signature. The signature gets uploaded. Next is nature of the applicant's interest in the copyright of the work. So you are an author. First, we are filing the copyright for a literary work. So you will be an author. Class of the work is literary of the work.
Now here you can see there are the examples
Author.
here. If you want to go through literary work, you can click on literary. If you want to go through art work here, film, recording, music and computer software.
Class of the work is literary of the work. Whatever work you all have, if you want to describe in 200 words, you can characters, you can describe. Even that you can skip it. I'll write some sample document. Select the language. This is sampled, not sampled document, the title, sample title of your work. You have to write the actual title of the work. Next is name, address and nationality of the author, and if the author is deceased, the date of his deceased. Same as the applicant.
Now this is to be done only if the person is deceased.
Next is it automatically comes here once you click on it. Whether the work is published or unpublished. I will click on unpublished. So if you click on unpublished, all these things become disabled. Next is names and addresses and nationalities of the owners of the various rights comprising the copyright in the work and the extents of rights held by each together with the particulars of assignments and licenses, if any. So you can click on same as applicant. All the whatever details you all had applied in same as applicant will come here. Similarly, name and addresses and nationalities of the persons, if any, authorized to assign or license the rights comprising the copyright. You can again click on same as author. If you want not applicable, you can click on not applicable. Next is if everything is proper, after saving, you will be redirected to the next page. Step 3 is statements of further particulars. Now this, if it is an original work, click on yes, it is an original work. If you click on original work, rest everything will get disabled. So save and go to the next step. Next step is of payment details. So you will be directed to the payment details. You have to pay the fees here. I won't pay anything because it is a sample document that I have filed to explain it to you. Once the payment has been done, you will get a diary number. That diary number, for example, is this. I have already filed one copyright. I am showing you the diary number of the other copyright. Now, once you get the diary number, your copyright has been filed. So you will get this kind of status from status of the application. There you can print on acknowledgement letter. After printing on acknowledgement letter, save this acknowledgement letter. So click on print. After clicking on printing, save the PDF. So you can save the PDF. I'll write some name. Similarly, you can save the print entire form for your further reference. So this is print. Similar like the acknowledgement form, save this form, give some name, registration name, and close it. So now your copyright has been filed. You have got the.
So these are two important forms that you need to save, that is acknowledgement letter and the entire form wherein you have filed the details of copyright.
The diary number, you have the acknowledgement letter, and even you have the entire form saved to you. After you file the copyright, next step is you have to upload your document. Whatever work you have to do copyright of, that work you have to upload. So click on upload literary, dramatic or artistic work. You will get the option for your diary number. That is, you will get a diary number here, and then you will get an option to load the literary work. So this is what is about filing the copyright. After filing the copyright, what you get is the diary number. And you can have a proof as your acknowledgement letter and your entire form. So this is the end of the filing process of copyright. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving our idea how to file patent and how to file copyright and what is required to file the copyrights. So I request participant, if you have any question regarding that, you can ask. Swapnil sir, you raise the hand.